Hi guys. I have kind of been away for a couple of weeks. Sorry about that. We have just moved into a new place and we're just getting settled in. And I really wanted to do a class this week, but I just couldn't. I'm sure you totally understand. So I really felt like I needed to say something to all of you in the community. And that is that in this time of chaos, in this time of destruction in what we know to be normal, and possibly what we believe to be true about government, the coronavirus, about ourselves when it comes to race, what we believe about ourselves when it comes to our own privilege, and just everything that we believe about ourselves. It's a time to call into question all of those beliefs. And I think that we all took that time to focus more on that inner reflection than on what's going on out there. We would find ourselves on a road to peace within ourselves and a road to prosperity. If we are doing that inner work, then we'll be able to show up for ourselves and for our families in a way that is within our integrity. I'm always talking with integrity because it's one of my top 3 values is living my own truth. And that's different for all of us. We've all had a completely different journey. And so we're never in a place to judge other people because we've never walked in their shoes completely. We don't understand. We can't begin to understand what their experiences have been. So if we just completely step back from the experiences of everybody else during these difficult times and step in to ourselves, to our connection with our higher wisdom, then that's how we're going to make the changes moving forward. So, for an example, when it comes to racism and digging into places where you're still holding a racist point of view in some circumstances, that's how you're going to make the change. As soon as you recognize it and acknowledge it, then instantly it becomes part of your consciousness instead of something that's subconscious within you that you're blinded to. So if you're not sure how you can make a difference right now, if you're not able to, or you're not resonating with rallies and things like that, then do the inner work, because that's where all of the changes come from. For myself, I'm actually going to say it here so that I have to hold myself to it. I'm going to step back from Facebook. I really need to take time away from the media and from all of the opinions of other people. And it's not that there's never a judgment on that, and everyone's on their own journey, like I said. So, but for myself, I'm finding that the space when I'm on Facebook and I'm reading about everything and going through whatever's come up on my feed that's interests me. When I'm finished reading it all, I don't feel good. I feel either anxious or irritated, angry. I've been feeling a lot of anger, which I believe is a collective anger, because I'm just so sensitive to what's going on. And so I think we're all getting more sensitized to these kinds of things that are happening in the world. And if it's not contributing to uplift you, then give yourself permission to let it go for a while. And that's what I'm going to do, with the exception of maybe advertising classes and sharing things on my business page. But I've been pretty quiet there as well, mostly because I didn't know what to say that would be helpful until today. Today, I feel like I know that it's the inner work that I have to do. I know that there's places, reactions that I've had in the past that are viewed as racist, that they are racist. And that I have to make those changes within myself and not pass that stuff on to my kids. And when it comes to the virus, this moon tonight, this full moon, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, the energy of this time is asking us to jump into the fire of ourselves. All of those scary, angry, sad, despairing feelings, we have to feel them all now. We have to just allow them to come. I really recommend journaling if you don't already do it. Just write it down, anything that you're feeling, write it down on paper, and just that act of writing it helps to release it. So when you're having a hard time, or even if you just want to set a practice where you're journaling at the end of each day, or the beginning of each day, just to give yourself that moment to check in with yourself. That isn't yoga, where you can write down everything that is in your mind as it's coming through your mind. Where in yoga, we're always trying to quiet the mind, which is equally as important. But we really have to not cram all of these feelings down. We have to feel them completely. And I had this talk with my kids a few days ago because I was really mad. I was just really, really grouchy and really mad. And of course, my cycle was on its way. And so it was kind of this time where everything was coming to a head. And I was just so uncomfortable with the disarray of all of my belongings and all of my sacred places, and just having everything out of order, in addition to everything that I was reading on Facebook. Usually I would use Facebook as a time to check out and just drink my coffee and look for inspiring quotes, but that's not what Facebook has become. So this talk that I had with my kids was after I had a bit of a meltdown and was trying to explain to them what I was feeling and why I allowed myself to get out of control, I guess, or let it out. In this moment, I needed to just scream, and that's okay. It's okay. That's the message that I keep getting when I'm sitting in practice in the morning, sitting quietly asking for guidance. That's what I get over and over again, is to surrender to what I'm feeling, let myself feel it, and don't judge it. Don't feel shame for what you're feeling. And just bring awareness to it. And don't always feel like you have to understand it. So let yourself feel space to feel it all and to get comfortable in this really uncomfortable time. That's what we need to do. And I'm not sure what the future of my business looks like. Honestly, we're hopefully moving the yurt really soon, back to its new location. But I don't know if I can teach in it quite yet. And that makes me sad. That makes me angry that opportunity has been taken away from me and from my students. But I'm thinking, knowing that there's other opportunities to come, that my offerings are only going to expand. It's just divine timing. It's just waiting and finding enjoyment in the simple things and finding gratitude for the loved ones that you have in your life, for springtime, for warm weather, for whatever. So garden, go for a walk in nature. Just be okay with where you are, where you're at, whatever, however hard that is for you. Acknowledge it and surrender to it. So I hope that you are all well. I'd love to connect with you. If you want to shoot me an email, let me know how you're doing. I'd be happy to connect with you all. Classes are going to be coming back again, Zoom classes in my new space next week, maybe a little sooner. I'm always available by email if you need to get a hold of me. So take care, everyone. Happy new moon. Full moon. Bye, guys.